Got it.
Okay, now do that again.
15 fragrances for life. This is the top 15 fragrances in the span of my whole collection that if I had to choose and dump in a backpack, run out of the house while it's on fire, and I wanted just fresh fragrances, these would be it. And this is not a cheapy list. This is not a clone list. This is not a niche head list. This is my 15 favorite fresh fragrances that I would choose. I couldn't choose 5. I couldn't choose 10. This list is not in a ranked order, but the last 1 to 2 are ranked. Those are the ones that if I could only choose 1 or 2, those would be it. And this was a hard list to put together. I had to think about utility, versatility, getting a wide range of variety while still choosing the ones that I most resonate with. So 15 fragrances of all the fragrances you see behind me and the ones you don't see, this is my list. This is intentional and this was really hard. Let's go.
Welcome to Scent Savant, and welcome to the sensational world of fragrances, where every spray tells a story and every note captivates the senses. Join me on a journey of olfactory exploration as we uncover the secrets of the most alluring scents on the market. Welcome to
Scent Savant.
Okay, let's run through this and let's spend about 30 seconds to a minute on each fragrance because you know me, I could probably spend 10 to 15 minutes on each fragrance, but this video can't be 3 hours long. So first we got on the list is London Oud by Fragrance du Bois. Now this is fresh, spicy, marine, green, aquatic. This is a niche version of a designer scent. This is the best niche version of a typical designer scent that you can find. And if you like Fragrance du Bois London Spice, let me give you a little tip. And I wish they said this. London Oud and London Spice are the same thing. London Spice is weaker and it has this spearmint note. But this is stronger, deeper. This lasts and lasts, and it's just super smooth. A terrific choice on a designer DNA done in a niche fashion. At number 14, we have Xerejoff Pikivaya Dama. The best, most highest quality, the #1 soapy aldehydic fragrance on the market, hands down. Can't beat it. You smell like luxury. You smell like royalty. You smell like money. This is the one. Now, this is a very expensive price point, but it's worth it. This is the best soapy fragrance there is. And up next, number 13, I have to include an iris fragrance. Love iris fragrances. And this is my top iris fragrance. If I had to choose one, this is it. This is Jusbox Visionary Eye. Now, this is that clean makeup bag, slightly earthy, slightly orris, creamy, but straight makeup bag iris. Strongest makeup bag iris I can find, and it has a lavender note, which pushes this slightly into the masculine territory. My wife loves this too, but this lasts longer than any iris I have in my collection, and I've got about 15 of them that are really, really good. This is the top one. Everyday wear, office scent, best makeup bag iris in the game. And coming in strong, again, this is not ranked. This is Clive Christian Town and Country. And my goodness, compliment magnet, monster. Everybody loves this. This is a fragrance that has dark notes, but it smells light. It almost smells citrusy. I don't know how they did it. Ambergris, clary sage, sandalwood. Those are all the notes that are listed. Obviously, there's a lot more notes in this, but this is one to get your hands on if you want compliments everywhere you go. For Kurkdjain, they say that this mimics or is in the realm of BR540. I don't get that at all. It doesn't have that vibe at all. This is an upgraded version of BR540, if anything, but it's not. It's not even in that realm. This is class in a bottle. Fresh, unique, invigorating. And now, coming in strong, Chanel 1957. And I probably should have just put this in the top 3 or 4 because this is in the top 3 or 4. This is my Serenity scent. This is my chill scent. This is my everyday scent. This is when I want to just smell good around people that don't like fragrances. This is One of my favorite fragrances. I just got another 200 mil of this, so I'll have 300 mil for life. I'm good. Now you have to like slightly powdery. You have to like fragrances that are right in the middle of unisex. This is not overly masculine. It's not overly feminine. This is a gem in a bottle. This is class. This is striking. This is impressive. This is a beauty. One of my favorite fresh fragrances, Chanel 1957. Okay, next up is Gentle Fluidity Silver. And you know, I had to have the big bottle because I've ran through I think at least a 70 mil and a 30 mil of this in the last couple years. Summer scent, hands down, office scent. This is a gin and tonic in a bottle, but it doesn't have an alcoholic expression. It is juniper berries. It plays on this light and dark thing. It's slightly metallic. There's nothing on the market like this. Fantastic. This is a gem. This is remarkable and first rate. Definitely one of the top fresh fragrances in my collection. I'll always have Gentle Fluidity Silver in my collection. Just a little tip. I know it's kind of annoying, but if you can find a bottle from 2019 or before, doesn't have to be pre-reform, just a bottle that's 2019 or before, and you look on the bottom, these batch codes, I know it's an annoying thing, but if you can find one, those are the ones that are strong. I've had 2021, 2022, 2023 bottles, and they're just not as strong as this 2019 200 mil. Gentle Fluidity Silver. Can't beat it. Okay, next up, cult classic, the Tigar DNA. This is Sospiro Vibrato. Now, this is just this sharp, really pungent, slightly juicy, but more dry grapefruit with ambroxan in the back. This is my favorite of the Tigar DNA because this has some ebbs and flows. This has some depth, and this is probably the best priced of all of them. So Vibrato by Sospiro. If you haven't tried it, get yourself a sample. This stuff lasts forever, and it blooms in the heat. I'm backing that right up from Vibrato because this is slightly in that same DNA, except a little bit darker, has a little bit of oud in this. It still has this very fresh bergamot. It doesn't have this grapefruit, but this is Fragrance du Bois Oud Vert. Now, this is one of those scents that just lingers and stays on your skin. This is high class, high quality. This is if you want to make a statement, because this is not cheap. Again, like I said, this is not a cheapie list. These are my favorites. These are what I wear. You can see the dent as I roll with this out of the hundreds of fragrances that I have. When it comes to any time of the year, 4-season wear, summer, winter, I'm at the house, I'm in the office, I'm doing meetings, this is the one. This is a masculine, citric, natural smelling, slightly oudy fragrance in the background. Fragrance du Bois Oud Vert. Okay, coming in hot and heavy, a little controversial, Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Now, my favorite fresh fragrances from Louis Vuitton are Meteor, Pacific Chill, and Imagination. And honestly, we could have flip-flopped with any one of these. All of these have great longevity, great projection. If you're not smelling this after 4 to 6 hours, you're either one, spraying wrong, or you're going nose blind. I promise you, because I smell this 10 to 12 hours after. I have clients that I've given this fragrance to, that have bought this fragrance. They'll come and will work with me 10, 12 hours after application. I'm still getting strong whiffs. Out of all those three, Imagination. This has this tea note. This is calming. This is sexy. This is mass appealing. Gosh, it's so good. This is pricey. You can't find these on discounts. So if you really want a fragrance that is one of a kind, that is simple, that is a very likable DNA that everybody's going to love, Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Okay. Best in best, top of the class. This is it. Vetiver Imperial. Oh, gosh. Terre de Hermes wishes it was this. This is 3D. This is layered. This is Terre de Hermes' older brother that came in and stole his younger girlfriend. This is the millionaire's fresh fragrance. This is everything you want in a vetiver and more. It's not overly grassy. It's not overly rooty. It's perfectly blended and has this little bit of bergamot citric aspect. It has depth. There's some like amber in the base. This thing lasts and lasts. It pushes. and it's so classy. It's clean. You get a mix of like almost Terre de Hermes and Creed Original Vetiver and a little bit of Sycamore. Like, this is the best Vetiver, hands down. That is Boadicea Victorious, one of my top fresh fragrances. Boadicea Victorious, Vetiver, Imperial. Okay, these last 5, and I put these in order because I do want to give this a little bit of rank list, because to me, these are my favorite fresh fragrances. These are some of my most complimented, and you're going to notice a little theme here is I prefer, in my top of the top, cologne structured fresh fragrances. Old school cologne type of fragrances, but that have a stronger concentration, an EDP or an X-ray concentration. I don't want a cologne style fragrance that has weak performance or an EDT performance that pushes, but then it's gone in 4 hours. I want it to last 6, 8, 10, 12 hours. And all of these do that. Now, this is Bold as Love and Fanfare from the Thameen Bold collection. I have samples of Bohemian Fusion coming. I have the Center Stage coming, and we have Bravi coming. But I love the cologne structure. Now, you have to be in the mood to be a gentleman. You have to have in the mood to have something fresh that is unique, but absolutely likable in that cologne style where it's fresh, it's invigorating, it has a citric or a lavender-esque background, but these are strong. Any one of these, personally, I would choose Fanfare over Bold as Love, but it's only slightly. Like 10 out of 10, this is a 10 out of 10. This might be a 9 out of 10. I love both of these. I love the cologne style fragrances. The most gentlemanly there is. They fit every and any situation, 4 seasons all the way around. So Thameen's Fanfare and Thameen's Bold as Love. Top 3 for me. This is Labo Cedrat 37, the city exclusive. One of my most complimented fragrances in this last summer. Every time I wore this, I got a compliment. I probably wore this 8 to 10 times. Every time, multiple compliments in the day. That really doesn't sway me whether I'm going to wear it or not. But what it does tell me is that everybody loves it. This thing pushes, it projects, it lasts. 10, 12, 13, 15 hours later, I'm not even joking, I'm getting this. No, I'm a heavy sprayer. I'm probably putting on 15 to 20 sprays every time on almost everything. I mean, I'll put on 12 to 15 sprays of Arabian's Tonka. I don't care. But this thing works, and this is the clearest picture of ginger biting into a watery seaside ginger with an ambroxan and sort of this airy aspect that there is. That is Cedrat 37 by Labo, city exclusive. And these last 2, my favorite of my favorites. This has been my favorite for years and years and years until I found this new one about 8 months ago. Bottom line, favorite fragrances. Fresh, if I had to choose fresh, these 2 would be the top hit. This is Bortnikoff Amber Cologne. Now, this is a salty, ambergris cologne style fragrance that is niche. This is not mass appeal, but it's not gross. But for me, it's my favorite. And I love ambergris. Ambergris can be a little leathery. It can be a little salty. It can be a little funky. It can take on different facets of what you put it with, depending on its structure and where you get it. And this one has that salty, kind of seaside-esque ambergris with a cologne structure. And Bortnikoff is a niche fragrance house, and he puts the real stuff in his fragrances, and this is the one. Second favorite fresh fragrance in my whole collection, Bortnikoff Amber Cologne. And top of the top, best of the best. For me, this is the most invigorating. It's the most special. It's the most unique while still being very mass appealing, very easygoing, and it lasts. This is Harris and Howard Pour Homme. You can't get this in America. You have to order this from their website. They are an English website, a bespoke website that makes suits. They've been around for, I want to say, 80 years. I got this about 6 or 8 months ago, and as soon as I got it, it literally started pushing its way through to the top of my collection. There is nothing like this, but this is so easygoing. It's so familiar, but not at the same time. The freshest bite of light notes and dark notes. There's like incense and amber in here and cypriol or some deeper notes, but you're not getting that. You're getting the freshest fragrance in there just to give it some strength. It's there's a lime in this, the freshest, most zingy lime without being like tart and giving you like a kind of feeling. Everything you want in a fragrance. This is my number one, guys. Harris and Howard Pour Homme. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you coming by. Let me know which ones you guys like. If you've tried any of these, if you like any of these, if you're interested in any of these, let me know. I'll let you know where to get them from. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Throw a comment down there. You know, we're growing. We're having fun. Showing love. Scent Savant. We out of here.
Scent Savant.